Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late September into early October 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's going on for the lovely Piscean collective. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for my friends as we move on in to October pretty soon? But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces here. My guides and spirit team, what's up? Yeah, the deck is being a little specific now. Doesn't normally happen. And for those of you that are new here, I only read jumpers, so I do like these little shuffles until a card pops. And it's being very specific for Pisces this week, which is odd. We saw this for you like last week or 2 weeks ago, and it's showing up again, my friends. And I always pay extra special attention to the Pisces readings because it's one of my major placements. And I remember this, I believe it was exactly last week. We have the woman with all the implements in her hair. So I'm going to give you another explanation about what it means and what it could mean, because it could be very, very good. It could be a little overwhelming sometimes. You might be a little busy, but this card, I like it generally, specifically for Pisces. But before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about our friend here with the really awesome hairdo. You see her, she has the beehive hairdo, and there's all sorts of creative implements stuck in her hair. And yeah, it had to have been last week, either last week or the week before. So Spirit is doubling down on this energy towards the Pisceans, and I know we'll lean into this type of energy. You might just have a lot on your mind, right? First and foremost, with all these things in this person's hair, you might be either affected by many different energies, or you might just have a lot of things on your mind, a lot of things that you're thinking about, which is a very Piscean thing, right? Like Pisces love to think and escape into that thought realm, right? Or at least that's what people say about us. But this is absolutely a creative, artistic type of energy as well. All that creativity, you might want to release it in one form or another, whether it's music, whether it's art, something to express it and get it out of your head and into the material world is what Spirit's asking to do. And I would say the vast majority of the oracle cards I get for Pisces is Spirit saying that in one form or another, because Pisces are the creators of the zodiac. But let's just put that down right there. We're going to get you into tarot now. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright, then we'll get intuitive with the juicy stuff. So shuffle it up here one time for Pisces. Yeah, there might just be a lot of energies that you're sensitive to as well with that first card. But while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was interesting indeed. It was titled A Surprising Victory, so I hope you've all had one. And I always say wins, victories, they come in all different shapes and sizes. Could come in a monetary way, could come in an emotional way, or interpersonal connections. They could be big, they could be small. But that energy could still bleed over into this week. There could still be good energy coming towards the Pisceans that you could experience lots of different victories. But let's see what's going on this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get you 3. It's always important to check out your other alignments as well. Okay, beautiful. Energy of blessings. We have the Queen of Pentacles in position number 1. This is going to be a really nice energy to start us off with, because it's much like the Empress. I always say it, she's like the Empress light version. Let's get you 2 more. What do we got for Pisces? Thank you. Okay, court cards. Lots of people here. So no wonder we're seeing lots of different energies that could be affecting you. We have the King of Swords, which is totally different than this Queen of Pentacles. We're going to have to talk about that. Let's get one more, then we'll really start to piece this one together. Quick, Ace of Pentacles. So we have a lot of earth energy here this week, my friends. And we're really going to have to break this all down, but let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, obviously I have to mention we have the double court cards taking up the front end. We have the Ace of Pentacles. I've been seeing lots of aces in water signs this week, so that could be a really good sign or a positive omen, but there's still a lot of ways this reading could go. There's a big focus on the material. So whether that is work, whether that is money, how you earn it, what you do with it, that could be of real importance here. But let's go through one by one. Could be more popular than usual here as well with all these people. But the Queen of Pentacles, love her energy. As I already said, this reminds me of a lighter version of the Empress. So this card could represent blessings. It's motherhood, it's fertility, it's abundance. It's very sturdy, very stable. And you might just be focused on business, right? You might be all about the money or have a closer focus on it when she shows up. But as with all cards, there's a positive. There's also challenges with her. A challenge with the Queen of Pentacles, it could represent feeling smothered in one way or another, feeling like something is very difficult to move through, like something's lingering, it's lingering, it's lingering, and you just want to solve it. That's a thing that shows up with her often. And sometimes this card could be a little out of control if it shows up in the reverse. So we're just going to put her down right here and move on over to this King of Swords, because the way they all line up, I find it super intriguing this week. Now, the King of Swords could be an air sign. So we're talking Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's currently moving into Libra season. And kings represent control of their respective suits. So when I see the King of Swords, I think of conversation. I think of talks. I think of messages. I also think of strategy and planning. But it's very similar to the Queen of Swords, where it's honest, straightforward, no nonsense, tell it like it is type of energy. So Pisces, you might be in that mode in the coming days and weeks where if you see something, you're going to call it out. See something that bothers you, you're going to say it like it is. I mean, you might be like that all the time for all I know, but this King of Swords tells it. That's one thing. And with two people, we could be looking at conversation and message. Absolutely. But it is a planner. Now, a harsh side of this King of Swords is it can represent somebody that's a little emotionally detached or cold. So I'm hoping that you're not dealing with any individuals that are a little cold. Might be a certain emotion you're cutting yourself off from. But let's keep it moving. We'll explore all that as we clarify. On the back end, we have one of my favorite cards. We have the Ace of Pentacles, a card of golden opportunities. Beautiful. Now, I do say all aces are opportunities. Specifically this one, the golden opportunity card, could represent an influx of money. Once again, you see the theme that we're getting on the extreme ends. The money, the material, a lot of focus going into that, or that energy moving towards you, which I would say is generally a good thing. But what's the one thing with opportunities? If you don't pounce on them, if you don't take the opportunity or make action towards it, it can wither on the vine. So that's always important to remember, that regardless of what's coming in, if you don't make that proper action or meet it in the middle, it can go away. But I really like where we're going so far, but there is this conversation aspect happening here. For some reason, I'm just picking it up intuitively already. And even aces, they can represent messages and communication. So I'm getting a lot of underlying communication here, Pisces. So I want to dive deeper on all this action. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. All right. I'm going to shuffle it up one time here for you, friends. Let's reset this deck and see what's going on. My guides and spirit team. What do we got for Pisces, please? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Queen of Pentacles. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Queen of Pentacles time. What is she doing here? Thank you. Another ace. And it's been throughout all the water signs. There is so much ace heavy energy. There's so much new happening here. There's big confidence. For a lot of Pisces, you might have a huge confidence booster coming in one way or another, whether it's been recent history or like the past. Like if you've been a low confidence type of individual, this right here tells me something's going to light a fire within you, and that's a beautiful thing. And the fact that we have so much ace energy throughout the whole water sign collective says there's so much new opportunity and possibility coming in. I'm already picking up the wins and victories, but once again, I have to mention there's a lot of underlying communication. This could represent a communication that does get a little hot and heavy in one way or another, specifically with a mother figure possibly, so watch out for that in this time. But whenever we get the Ace of Wands, sure, it could be temperamental, but it could also be motivational. It's that fire. And it is a card of confidence. It's a phallic symbol. It's a card of sexuality. So you might be feeling good about yourself in one way or another, which is very good here. Okay, there could be someone that looks at you like that. There could be someone very attracted to you in one way or another. I'm liking this energy so far. So it's like we're getting little pieces from a lot of different areas of life, Pisces, but there's goodness here, but there's so much communication that I still want to uncover. So we're going to keep pressing forward to that King of Swords. But yeah, big confidence boost could be coming in, and we're already seeing the possibilities of different wins and victories in different areas of life. So let's go in on that King of Swords. And I'll tell you, like, if you've watched my readings for any long period of time, you know if there's rough things, if there's warnings, I'm going to tell you straight up, even if I'm not a fan of it. But this is feeling okay. It's feeling good, aside from a possible little fiery communication, which could happen. Let's see why that King of Swords is in the mix. Why is that King of Swords here? Thank you. The King of Cups, aka Kyle of Cups himself, without a beard underneath the King of Swords. Beautiful. So we're getting a lot of same energy showing up. We got double kings, we got double aces. This is good. There might be someone that is mirroring you in one way or another, okay? Doesn't have to be romantic or anything like that, but when I get the King of Cups, it's a card that could represent you, Pisces. In the upright, it's a card of love, it's a card of emotion, it's a card of stability. So I'm really loving how this is going. There is some sort of open, honest communication that could be coming in for a lot of you. Like, just straightforward, ask a question, get the answer, and vice versa. But the one thing I will say about this, these signs are completely different. Whereas the King of Swords is very analytical and mental, the King of Cups is more emotional. So for some of you, it might be a little battle coming up in this time between the heart and mind, between logic and feeling. Okay, so you might be going through situations where you're like, all right, let's look at this logically. Yeah, but it feels this way. We all know what that feels like, specifically Pisceans. But I like the King of Cups in this position. Once again, there's a lot of people. There's all cards of communication and talking here. So there could be important talks happening as well. We'll see what happens when we get to the Ace of Pentacles. There could be important conversations happening. But let's just put this king right here to chill out, have his little drink. And we're going to keep it moving. Let's see what's up with that Ace of Pentacles over there. And then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is the Ace of Pentacles in the mix? Thank you. There it is. The Tower again, my friends. The Tower in the upright underneath this Ace of Pentacles. I don't know if it was you. It might have been Cancer last week that had a Tower, but it was a good Tower. So I have to say, this is shocking energy, but in a very, very good way. There could be shocking wins. There could be shocking opportunities, things coming out of left field when you least expect it. Whether it is people, whether it is communications, whatever it might be, you know what the Tower represents, something coming in out of left field. And in clarification of such a beautiful card and surrounded by so much beautiful energy, I can't rightfully say that this is a bad Tower. Sure, maybe some of you have recently gone through some endings or Tower moments. We all do from time to time. But the fact that it's clarifying this Ace of Pentacles, there is a brand new beginning, brand new cycle, brand new start, a brand new start. Okay, so this Tower is good. Whatever shocks, like we saw last week, a surprising victory, it's like amplified now, where the good energy is building up more and more and more. So whether it is a talk, conversation, news coming in, whatever it might be. But I will say this, Pisces, the fact that we have the Tower and the Ace of Wands, they're both cards of sexuality. They're both cards of confidence as well. So you might be burning a little hotter than normal, but we'll just leave it at that. Let's go through and do a quick little recap here. I love the energy that we have going on. And on a broad spectrum, there's a lot of parity here. Double kings, we have double aces, we have a lot of people. Might be having a lot of talks and conversations, more than normal. But position number one, the Queen of Pentacles, the card of blessings with the Ace of Wands. This feels really good. Something that lights a flame. You might have a big confidence boost coming in, which feels really good to me. I did say watch out for a fiery back and forth between you and a mother figure. That's a possibility as well. But this feels more good than challenging. In the center, we have the King of Swords with the King of Cups himself with that nice little goblet that he's holding. And this feels, once again, very good. Control of the mind, control of the logic, control of the emotion. Maybe there's a little battle going on within you, like looking at things logically or emotionally. But this feels really positive and might be having conversations of importance here. Open, honest communication is key within this week's reading. However, as we get to the back end, we have the Ace of Pentacles with the Tower in the upright. That's not a bad tower. I saw a good tower for the Cancerians last week. We're getting a good one for you now. Maybe you've been through a recent tower. That could absolutely be it. But remember, aces represent new cycles and new beginnings. So whatever path you're on, Spirit is giving you the green light, saying like, listen, you're on a good path. You're moving in the right direction. But I love this tower. It's shocking in a good way. So it could be a shocking win or situation that's positive for you. So there's a lot of confidence in this spread as well, Pisces. I absolutely love it. Please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into it further. I'm going to get you a shadow card real quick. So let's see what's in the shadows for Pisces. I like it. It's good to me, my friends. Let's see what's in the shadows. And yes, you know, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within ourselves or something we don't quite see. It's very introspective and a nice thing to do. So let's get one shadow card for Pisces. And if you've made it to this point in the reading, if you haven't checked it out yet, I have channel memberships. You could check the comments. I have it pinned down there. And I'll be doing a very special reading for my beloved members this month. I'll be doing a personal spread for each member. So if you want to check that out, please feel free. No pressure. Let's get this shadow card out here. What do we got in the shadows for Pisces? All right, thank you. The decks are acting weird with water sign. We have another ace, my friends. We have the Ace of Pentacles that came flopping on out again. Love it. So I feel like it ties perfectly in with, like I said, a shocking opportunity or win. This is the card that's in the shadows. Shadow is either within you, so maybe you're feeling really good and confident and hopeful in what's coming down the road. Or, like I've been saying on the back end there is something you don't see coming that could be very, very good, very prosperous with this Ace of Pentacles right here. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier in the spread, there could be a big focus on your monetary situation or work situation. I don't feel like this is bad here. I feel like it's more reiteration that, yeah, Pisces, for a vast majority of people with Pisces placements, there could still be that shocking winner opportunity that you just don't see right now. And that's okay. Life has a lot of unknowns and surprises, but I love it. A third ace within this whole reading. This is beautiful chef's kiss type of energy, and I would claim it all. Even the shadow card, I would claim it all from top to bottom. So Pisces, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details. The September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'll be picking 2 lucky winners to win 2 tarot decks completely at random. It will be a winner's choice. So if you want to get the Gilded Tarot, you could go ahead and do that. If you want the Everyday Witches Tarot, that's your choice as well. Any deck under $40 US will be given away. So if you'd like to get your name in for this one, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments which zodiac signs you get along best with. You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you next time.